Go to the table where there's no people. Right there. You see that? Guys, there's no one over there. You should go sit there. I think you should go sit there. Look, it's crying. It has no people at its table. You guys need to go over there.
And he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask you, but oh, maybe I guess I will, like, oh, how old are you? You know, asking me questions like that. And I immediately, my nervous system was like, I don't feel safe in this car. I don't feel safe with this driver.
Hey, do you mind if I sit with you guys? This guy's literally been following me in circles for like 40 minutes, and I've been recording it. And he's literally just standing behind me, and I don't know his issue.
I just had the scariest experience in a lift, and I want to share this for the sake of all women's safety, because there are really creepy people out there. I called a lift, and the driver comes to pick me up, and his demeanor was off. Like, I could tell he was very, you know, he kind of sounded and acted anxious. Like, immediately I was like, my first instinct was like, this person kind of sounds or seems like they could be on a substance, or they're mentally, something is off. But again, I didn't want to judge. So, you know, I carry on. He's asking me questions. He's kind of asking me about my night. I'm trying to keep it friendly. And he's kind of like mumbling to himself, you know, he's kind of, I could tell he was weird. And he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask you, but oh, maybe I guess I will, like, oh, how old are you? You know, asking me questions like that. And I immediately, my nervous system was like, I don't feel safe in this car. I don't feel safe with this driver. So I text my boyfriend, who is currently out of town on a boys trip, and he's at dinner. But I text him, I'm like, baby, I feel weird about this driver. He's acting weird. Can you please call me so I can pretend I'm coming home to you? And, you know,
I just want to, real quick, that was important. This is a perfect time to point out how men can't protect women. And when I say that, I'm talking about in the ways in which that men talk about protection of women, like they're going to be some knight in shining armor or some superhero. You're not with your woman is a human being. She goes out in the world and lives her life every single day the way that she sees fit. You are at dinner on a trip out of town. She is wherever she's at. How the hell are you going to swoop in and protect her from this man? That's what I'm saying. Now you can say, "Oh, I took the phone call and that's a form of protection." Fine, I'm with that too. But that's not the protection that y'all be talking about. Just so we're clear, and this is why I scream at the top of my lungs, men, for many reasons, you can't be the protector, because this, again, the man in the car that is the threat negates the man that's the protector. So men can't be protectors in that way. But also, you just can't physically be a protector. You physically can't be a protector. It doesn't make any sense.
He knows, like, I'm coming home to a man. So as my boyfriend is about to call me, this guy, he's still like, the driver, he's still kind of like mumbling, asking questions, like trying to talk to me. And he's like, what is this? Tell me what this is. And he tries to hand me something. Like, he literally like reaches his hand from the driver's seat to try and hand me something. And as like he did that, my boyfriend calls me. So I pick up, I'm like, oh, I need to take this call. And the second this driver could, like, he noticed, oh, like, baby, I'm coming home in like 10 minutes. I can't wait to see you. You know, we'll watch the show. We should watch the rest of this episode of this. His demeanor changes. He stops the car in the middle of the road and he goes, get out of my car. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I changed my mind. I'm going somewhere else. I'm taking a different direction, different path. So get out of my car. So I get out of the car and he zooms off. And I'm on the phone with my boyfriend and we're like, oh my God, that was literally confirmation that he was about to do something to me. And I hear all these stories about these guys who will try and hand women something or try and get women to touch something, and it's laced with drugs. So whether it's a door handle, I heard about this one guy, a story going around a couple years ago about this guy who was like trying to get girls to pet his dog, and he would introduce himself and his hand was laced with drugs and these girls would pass out. So I was very aware that things like this happen. And
I don't know if is that true? I haven't looked into that. I'll look into it. I don't know how true that is. You can touch You can touch most substances that would do that to you that I could think of. And how would he be able to touch it and not be affected by it? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if that's true. That seems like folklore, but I don't know that, man. I could see, like, if you touch something and then you naturally, you know what I'm saying, you wipe your nose. Like, I'm always messing with my nose because I always got crap. Like, I got hair, nose hairs in my face, whatever. So I'm always messing with my nose and my eyelashes and stuff like that, right? So if you get it in there, then okay, I could see that happening. But I don't know how accurate that is. I'm just, and I don't want to be spreading false information, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll look into that.
To think that if I decided not to trust my gut, if I gaslit myself into thinking, oh, it'll be fine, I'll be fine. I share my location with my boyfriend. Oh, I don't want to bother him. He's on a boys' night. He's at dinner. I'll be fine. Then who knows what could have happened? And if I didn't know about these stories of people being capable of lacing items, like, God knows what would have happened to me. And I'm so grateful that I'm safe. He dropped me off in the middle of the road, so he doesn't know where I live. Thank God, right? But man, that was so scary, and I'm still very shaken up about it. I'm sharing this because I don't want any girl to ever have to encounter something like that without knowing what these people are capable of. People say, like, oh, you can't live your life in fear, but unfortunately, as women, we do, okay? We have to protect ourselves. We have to listen to our gut, and we have to do the things that we can do. I always use a fake name. My boyfriend and I just talked about this, but we were like, okay, from now on, we're not putting my actual home address as a pickup or drop-off location. It's going to be maybe 2 homes over so that no one actually knows my real address. But yeah, do the things you need to do to protect yourself, and please stay safe out there.
I don't know about that one either, because I would hate to be the 2 homes down and then he comes back later and comes in my house thinking that you're there. I think there might be a better way of doing it, but I don't know. Yeah, dudes are creepy. This is why I don't go out of my way to try to defend men and be like, not all men. That's where men come in. This is where I come in as a man. I just validate the stories, and I just try to compel men to stop fighting this losing battle of trying to convince women that men are not creeps by saying it's not all men, or you're not a creep, or you're one of the good guys, or whatever the case may be. It's not worth it. I would rather you feel uncomfortable. I would rather I feel uncomfortable as a man. I would rather we feel uncomfortable as men, if it makes you uncomfortable. But I would rather we feel uncomfortable as men, but we, on the flip side, make sure that women feel safe and are protected. I want women to have every single chance to escape harm and escape danger as possible. And if that means that I have to fall on the proverbial sword of it being all men, I don't give a fuck. That's the least of my worries. Maybe because I'm married too. I have no idea. Maybe it's because I'm not out here chasing women. Maybe it would matter to me more if I was single. You know what I mean? Maybe I want to be fair. Maybe, I don't know. But not what I know now. You know what I mean? No matter what I know now, it wouldn't matter to me. But I'm saying, if I didn't have this information and I was single, then okay, right? But I'm saying, even to the single men, you have to understand it's still better for women to be safer than it is for you to have access to women, right? That's the reality. We have to start with the safety of women, the protection of women, and then work our way backwards from there. Not start from the access that men feel like we deserve to women, and then work our way backwards from that. That's not going to keep women safe.
The girls only table.
It's only girls table?
Yeah, I'm asking you to leave. I'm respectfully asking you to go to another table.
If you want to speak with you guys,
there are plenty of tables. There's that one over there that you guys could go to.
why is she so rude?
Because I'm not. Go away.
It's true.
Go. Begging on my knees. Go.
It's just
It's our table.
it's just weird for you to just sit down with us.
Go to the
I don't
table
know
where
you.
there's no people. Right there. You see that? Guys, there's no one over there. You should go sit there. I think you should go sit there. Look, it's crying. It has no people at its table. You guys need to go over there.
My brother likes your friend.
That's good. We are both in relationships, and I'd love if you'd leave.
Why so bad?
Go away, please. Go. 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 Do you want me to spill your Guinness on you? Because I will.
No,
Go.
we're
Go.
leaving.
Go! Go away! I'm asking you to fucking leave. Go. 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 I guess we'll go then. You want our table? We'll fucking go. 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 Leave. I'm asking you to fucking leave. Go. Get away. Witch! 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 Go!
And if you look at the girls, they look really young. Like they look really young. They look teenagers, maybe 20 years old. The dudes look like they're in their mid 20s ish, mid to late 20s. You guys are at least 6-7 years apart, probably more. Wow. You guys are harassing these little girls sitting at this table just eating. I could be wrong. Those look like strawberry lemonades or something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. They look really young though. These girls look really, really young to me. That's why I always tell people I don't understand the youth and beauty stuff. They just look like little kids to me. That's, like, oh, cute little girl. Like, I don't like that's what it look. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. These are like little kids to me. These dudes are creeps. I don't care how drunk they are. This is not an excuse to not leave these women alone. And this is like par for the course for women. This is a normal night. This is like normal. Like every woman that I know has told me stories like this regularly, not like one time. You know what I'm saying? Like every woman that I know that I actually have like, like a relationship with, friendship, whatever the case may be. So I know them and I have multiple conversations with them. They all have situations. They all have stories like this, like multiple stories like this. Not like, oh, this one time. It's like this week, today I went out and this thing happened. And it's just men just harassing them. Like the entitlement, the aggression, you guys are creeps. Men are creepy as all hell.
Hey, do you mind if I sit with you guys? This guy's literally been following me in circles for like 40 minutes and I've been recording it. And he's literally just standing behind me and I don't know his issue.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you just pull off the seat.
I'm Talia.
Jamie, nice to meet you. Just getting followed. What? Getting followed for like 40 minutes. By this creep, look at him. He's very skinny. Yeah. Well, he was walking like literally like this guy right here. He was walking like 2 feet behind me, so I moved. Elijah, don't. Elijah, now's not the time. Fucking beat it. Elijah.
More rap?
Shout out to that teenager that got on that boy, jumped on that boy noggin quick. But this shit is scary. This is scary. Nobody should be forced to experience this. This happens far too often in our society, and it comes from a place of entitlement of men, a hatred of women. It's at the intersections of all of those things, the misogyny, the entitlement, it's all there. Right? Men don't know how to take no from a woman. We refuse to take no from a woman. We see women as objects. Men get hyper fixated on women. They feel like women, they feel slighted by women in their lives. And then, the entitlement creeps up because they're like, why would she say no to me? Oh, nobody says no to me. I deserve a woman too, whatever the case may be. Now, every woman they meet is the face of, Susie Q, who, turned them down for, the fucking Sweethearts dance when they were 14 years old. Like, it's just same cycle repeating itself over and over and over again. In these women's scenarios, in these women's cases, luckily, in this woman's case, she was saved by these people. In the other woman's case, she thought fast and saved herself by making that text message to her boyfriend. And then the two younger, the girls, the women in the middle video, in their case, they basically just had to take it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know how that situation ended, but they probably ended up just leaving the table altogether. You know, maybe somebody got involved later. Maybe it happens, right? Security or whatever. But I've seen times when security didn't get involved, security didn't step up. And not like I've seen it in real life, but I'm saying like on here, I just did a video where a woman was talking about some dude was berating her, calling her all out of her name, and nobody did anything, not even the people she was with. You know, so if men don't want to be bad men, stop being fucking creeps and weirdos and feeling entitled to a woman's presence, feeling entitled to a woman's body. But secondly, for the men, we can just step up and protect the women as much as possible. Do what we have to do when, you know, we see stuff like this. Say something, step up. You know what I mean? Nobody's asking you to put your life on the line, but you definitely could. Hey, man, what you doing? Hey, you all right, ma'am? Just, you know, more eyes on it or something like that. Usually these types of dudes will walk away. They will not pursue. So, you know, just a word to the wise, you know, to the men. We got to do better and let's be more vigilant because there's really no defense of this. Like, I don't have anything that I can say about, you know, the men and make this justified or rationalized. And I would hope no other man, I don't want to hear, I'm sorry, and I would hope no other man will be able to do it either. And I definitely don't want to hear it's not all men. I'm so fucking tired of that. In these scenarios, we do not get to hide behind that. That is not going to make anything better by trying to gaslight women and say it's not all men, as if that's what any woman actually believes, that it's all men. It doesn't matter. It's too many men. It's too many men.